Hi, good evening. So this is just a quick live. This is an update on coronavirus as of today, Saturday, August 1st, 2020. And I'm just only focusing on the US today. I'm not focused on the world and the US, just the US only. So I am going to say a global number, but I am more of my focus would be the US. So globally, we are at 17,793,532. Keep in mind, yesterday, I think we was at 17.5 globally, but now we're at almost 17.8 million. So we're almost hitting a 20 million threshold in a matter of days. Here in the U.S. at home, like I said, I'm only focusing what's at home. We are at 4,620,239. So again, here in the U.S., we account for a fourth of those cases. We're sitting at 4,620,239. In terms of our death toll, we're at 154,360. Hey, Joseph. So that's where we are, according to the Johns Hopkins website. Now I'm going to switch gears. Hey, T. I'm going to switch gears because, like I said, I'm focusing on home to the states. And there are at least about over 30 cases that are seeing increases in their cases. And that includes Mississippi, Tennessee, thank you, T, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Missouri, Alaska, North Dakota, Maryland, Nebraska, D.C., Rhode Island, Puerto Rico, Indiana, West Virginia, Minnesota, Kentucky, and those other states. Now let's get into the states where it has a lot of cases. So here we are. According to the New York Times, thank you, Joseph. According to the New York Times, California has 509,000 cases and 355. So California has 509,355. Followed by Florida. They're about to reach their 500 threshold. They're at 480,020. Texas, 447,851. Keep in mind, Texas surpassed New York as of this past Wednesday, making New York the fourth state with the highest cases, and they are sitting at 420,477. New Jersey has 183,904 cases, followed by Illinois, 232. So my projection is Illinois may surpass New Jersey. Keep in mind, New Jersey and New York had the highest cases and also still have the highest death toll. But the cases are mostly decreasing in those states, more so in New York, even though we have the fourth largest cases, but our cases are decreasing. We are not open at a full capacity. However, I'm about to get into the point where some areas in the city are still not wearing their mask. Arizona, 177,008. Georgia, 174,834, followed by North Carolina, 124,078. Massachusetts have 118, but they're really not a high-risk place. I'm just going to focus on mostly high-risk areas. Louisiana has 116,394. They may surpass Pennsylvania and Massachusetts. Tennessee just reached the 100 threshold, 105,455. Virginia is another that's seeing high cases. They have about 90,801, followed by South Carolina. Jesus Christ, 90,599. Maryland is also seeing a little spikes here and there, 89,925. Indiana, which is Pence's home state, has 100. No, excuse me, not 100. They have 68,773. I see Connecticut is in the 40s, 49,000. And I want to see, Puerto Rico. See, no one talks about Puerto Rico in the COVID cases because they don't, some places, some people in the White House don't consider it as part of the states, but it's a U.S. territory. So they're part of the states. And they have 17,873. Now, my focus on those areas will stop. And then I'm going to just spot on the counties here in the U.S., the top counties with the most cases, according to the Johns Hopkins website, which I switched back to. I see Los Angeles. Hey, cousin, I see Los Angeles at 188,541, followed by Miami-Dade County at 118,462. Maricopa, which is in Arizona, I think close to the Phoenix area, 117,293. Cook County is at 105,493, followed by Harris County, which is in Houston, Texas, 72,961. And Queens, which was the original epicenter of this COVID here in New York City. Yes, they better not play in my island. Yeah, they don't. Yeah. And hopefully they don't see another hurricane coming. I don't know. I'm not sure. Queens was the epicenter. Back to Queens, which was the epicenter of this whole entire thing, is at 67,294. They are the top. They're number 6 in this whole COVID business. And Brooklyn, is right behind them by 61,631. Now you have Broward County, which is in Florida, at 55,411. And Dallas, Texas surpassed the Bronx. Dallas, Texas is at 49,976, and the Bronx is at 49,614. So all of these places are seeing very significant numbers in COVID cases. Queens, out of the counties, still have these highest deaths, but Cook County and LA is right. They're about 1,000, 1,300 away from them, and it seems like the cases in California, especially in Los Angeles, it just keep neck and neck because California has 40 million people. Oh, wow. And Jacksonville is another hot spot too. So they had about 14 firefighters tested for COVID-19, tested positive. So yeah. Well, Cook County has almost 5,000 cases. They have 486 deaths, and California is at 462. Let me read some of your comments. They said they got rain, but it wasn't bad at all. Thank God. Yeah, because they're still suffering from Hurricane Maria, I'm assuming. And of course, the occupant of the White House threw paper towel on them, think they did something extremely great when they still have issues in Puerto Rico. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that's going on in Puerto Rico. My prayers are to Puerto Rico because there are black people there and there are people of color. So I pray that, things do go well. But I see people still with no goddamn mask. I don't understand what the hell is going on or why they don't have no mask. But I just tell you this. I got my hair done. Thank God. Most of the hairstyles, or all the hairstyles, mostly wore their masks. And they were socially distant. There were the social distant, there was the plastic, boarded plastic at each booth. So that was good. And keep in mind, this is a braiding place. You would have thought they were all clamped together. No. And they had their COVID license up too. They were not playing. They were dead ass. And that was good. Even though they were a little pricey. I'm not going to lie, a little pricey. These women have been a little pricey since COVID because they've been out of work for so long. But it was good to go and get my hair braided. But I just want to tell people, this is no joke. I believe a second wave is coming. sometimes with this stuff, I'm right. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a political scientist. I'm not a political analyst. I'm not too much of an expert, even though I know finance. But this thing is coming. And I don't think the situation is going to get better until we get a new leader. So, therefore, I urge you to keep your distance. You can still see your family, but keep a 6 feet distance. Don't hug. Wear your mask. And if you can't wear the mask, they push everything under the rug about. Yep, they did. I'm glad they're okay in Puerto Rico. I'm so glad they're okay in Puerto Rico. But just want to tell everybody, wear your mask. Have a good Saturday. Keep washing your hands. Keep your distance. I know we love to see our loved ones, but at the same time, you want to keep them safe. We want to keep them alive. Some of them you can't be around. Just can't touch them. So, therefore, I'll be up with another update on this COVID. My regular live is Monday through Friday, I believe 10:45. Monday through Friday, 10:45, where I do this live, or sometimes 10:30. So I make the announcement. So tune in to another quick update. So you guys have a great night.